Hey, welcome to the energy update of June 2021. Yeah. Um, See, I know exactly which month it is and which year it is. That's quite impressive, right? And sorry about the darkness. Like, it's the video lighting here is a little bit weird. I'm in the car. I'm out on the countryside here in my good old hometown where I grew up in my parents' car as I'm taking a little night drive. It's good. It's good. And I'm trying to do this video thing here as calmly and as composed and as representable as possible. As always, I'm striving for this steadiness and this stealth expression where the expression is actually a little bit mature and a little bit composed and dignified, so that I don't have to, look back at it and be like, oh my God, that was amazing, that was great, that's the best thing that I ever did, or that was too much, that was strenuous, that was animated, that was out of character, or that was compartmentalized, or that was my like an energy leak or whatever, because I truly want to have this steady, steadfast expression. I'm a Leo rising, so I guess I don't have a problem. I flourish in attention. I like attention. Like, look at me, listen to me, and listen to what I have to say. And so that's part of who I am, astrologically speaking. But I also have all these other shy qualities, like especially after having changed my birth name to like half of my birth name. So I cut out 50% of my birth name, and I was like left with Martinez Olson. And that changed a lot too. Like, if you study numerology, that's going to confirm that in a lot of ways. So my Leo rising changed dramatically after having changed the name of my person. So if anyone is looking for some radical change in their lives, just change your name and you will discover things are not going to be the same. It's interesting. I want to talk about the current energies. I want to talk about what's happening right now that has energetic value. Like, I guess that a lot of us know that is Gemini season. It's Gemini season, and that there's a lot of Gemini energy coming in. Maybe I should talk about insecurities. Like, that's coming up big time. Like, having the two voices, having this feeling of being in a courtroom. It truly is the Libra, Aquarius, Gemini courtroom energy, because I like to look at things through the elements and through the eyes, through the binoculars of air. Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra that's the air team, and Libra is definitely jurisprudence, and it is divine justice. And then you have, on the personal level, and Aquarius, it is shocking inventions, air, like telepathy, third eye, this flow of information and electricity, and like just like the amount of information coming through the Aquarian energy is so huge that like our bodies, they can't even take it, like, and our nervous system is shocked and maybe permanently damaged, you know, through these energies. Could be. It's not all Aquarius's fault, because the lower octave of the Piscean energy is like a storyline, blood dripping, gushy, dream, fantasy energy, which is not coinciding with the horror of the Aquarian age. It's a different thing. Like, there are lower octaves and higher octaves of everything. I don't feel like the higher octaves of anything is particularly like in the fore of any discussion. So that would be nice to upload this immediacy. Like, what about the higher octaves? What do they represent? What do they represent? How do we get there? What are the solutions? But the Gemini energies, yeah, definitely ringing in my head through the demigod Janus, who's also collaborating with the soul aspect, and the Libra energy in this city. The crest for my home city is Janus. It is the Polish demigod Janus with the split head. It is putting our hands on our heads, because there's this split. We have two neocortexes and they're just attached through all of these. I don't know. I don't know what this is, but physics, I don't know. I can be a novice, you know. I can be anything. I can be a little bubble in the sea, and I can be a giant eagle flying over a city, and it doesn't really matter. What really matters is self-love, especially through these times where it's like it's like a bulldozer, really, just like this. Here's all my like inner child work and my problems and my insecurities, and here comes the world, and then my hand just goes straight back up again, because I'm like, hands on the heart, oh my god, this is tough. This is tough. Oh my god, I'm seeing so much stuff coming up. How do I take care of me? How can I treat myself really nicely and look myself in the mirror and talk to other people and be like, I'm here, it's okay. Look at me, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with me. I didn't do anything wrong. I know that this is challenging. Just talk your talk, and then my response will be that of self-love and affirmation and holding space for everyone and reaching for neutrality. And it's tough dealing with the energies of this period of time. Like, I heard this rumor that Gemini people are supposedly very difficult to accept and that they have a bad rep. And maybe that's just in my life. Maybe that's just what I'm magnetizing, that like maybe I forgot somewhere down the line that I'm a sovereign being, and then I heard like, oh, Gemini people are like, whoa. But that's been my impression, like with other zodiacs as well. It's like, oh my god, it's very difficult dealing with like Virgo energy or Piscean energy or Aquarian or Leo or Scorpio. But that for me has to do with these planets being represented in the sun sign per person, and I'm measuring these people that I encountered based off of their sun sign, and I'm like, that's interesting. This is my first impression of them, and it's challenging, but it's not solid. That practice is, if you take a deep look at astrology, people are way complex, and they might represent their ascendant and their moon, or even their north node, depending on where they're at and on their evolutionary path. Consciously, we can take a look at so much stuff and be like, yeah, I'm doing a really good job with that. And all of the unconscious stuff that we're playing out, that we're not taking responsibility of, we can take a look at that as well if the opportunity is there. Anyways, a lot of difficulties coming up through this childhood stuff for many of us, at least from my soul family and my soul family. I know they're out there. I know that maybe some of you guys are really connecting with it, or me, or have this affiliation or association to certain things that is truly relevant to the evolution of our different soul families. But the further up you go, the dimensional layers, the more unity there is. So I guess my vantage point is higher love, 5-dimensional expression, and then getting to the point where there's so much self-love and feeling self-love, and the genuine feeling of holy macaroni, I feel safe. I can express this love. I feel this extra space to play with the energies. And I want to extend an olive branch here. I want to extend my support to anyone who's going through some hardship right now. I admit that the hype, the popularity context, the coolness, the awesomeness, the quick value of anything is all part of this rabies chasing for the prize energy, and it's all shit. What's really real is innocence, vulnerability, and getting to the point where I'm like now, I don't care how well I'm doing. I don't care how many. Yeah, it's this I don't care energy, It's I have to get rid of the baggage in order to focus on what I'm guided to focus on, as I'm calling upon energies and my surroundings all the way up high, and I'm like, please just talk through me, as I'm trying to chime in and honor these invisible energies and stay in these invisible energies and show up as much as I can with diligence and courage, and actually look at the world through the clarity glasses. When you buy glasses, you're not asking for more blur. So dealing with, I guess, unconscious stuff takes a lot of maturity. It takes a lot of openness. How many of us are truly open how many of us are truly integrating and understanding other people as they're bringing consciousness to the unconsciousness, moving into superconsciousness? How many of us are able to truly honor or play with and access these high energies, pulling in the tarot cards, pulling in the planetary details, pulling in our inner guidance, showing up with love, or actually like feeling love, filling up the situation, and forgiving consciously, bringing forgiveness, or like just like trying, wishing for the ability to be able to forgive. It's difficult forgiving, but wishing that it wasn't so difficult forgiving, that to me is a virtue. That is nobility. That is divine. And that is beautiful. And the beauty coming in through the peripheral view, just like sneaking in, because you're like, all right, you put your guard down to the beauty. The beauty might just come in and be like balsamic a little bit, but you can't fix everything through beauty, I guess. Beauty isn't everything. There is so much shit hiding behind beauty as well. So I heard there's this really great source for conscious awakening, and her name is Barbara Marcianiak or something. She writes a lot about the Pleiadians. I think her name is Barbara Marcianiak, and she's a channeler, and she said this really profound thing, that some of the darkest things on the planet is hiding behind beauty. I actually, said that to a very beautiful person once, and you should have seen them pack their bags and move out of the scenery quickly. Like, it wasn't even personal. It was just like, maybe that's true, for some. And that truth was terrible to her shadow. So she had to pack her shit and escape whatever was coming through, But I guess some of these energies might take 150 years to clear out. You never know. And I feel like there's a lot of judgment attached to this topic, like even now. And it's a dragon energy. It's like this draconian dragon energy. It's freaking huge, volatile, but I guess it's also extremely versatile elementally, so I'm going to be open to that. I'm getting way off topic. So yeah, the Gemini energies are here. I guess it's healing. For me, it's a healing process. All of these now I'm dumbfounded. I guess I have to be honest about this. I was talking about a really touchy subject, and it was difficult for me because it's still energies lingering in my system, and I'm like, part of me is also feeling bad for having, said something to someone, hurting their feelings. But I also have to allow myself to express myself, because most people are actually trying to tell me to not be myself, and that goes for a lot of people. They're not saying it verbatim, but they're enforcing this energy that this is saying, don't be yourself. And it's this choking thing right here. People are being choked, and people are choking themselves, and they're choking others. Maybe I want to dedicate this video to this area right here, to open it up through consciously looking at the horrendous attempts that are playing out just to close down on this chakra link. It could be anything. It could be like a little photograph that is stuck in like a little stack of photos that your grandmother has, and it's laying next to this other photo that is trying to like compress or put their foot down on your beauty of expression. This is why we get married to our higher self, and we don't make excuses, and we just love ourselves as we trust the process, as we honor ourselves, and as we give the necessary amount of support that is helping people to feel clear and clarified about themselves, so that people with diagnoses such as like autism, Asperger's, ADHD, complex stress syndrome, post-traumatic complex stress syndrome, personality disorders, all kinds of like diagnoses are playing out even in the spiritual community, and we probably all have like hybrid qualities of that, remnants of that, and we need to basically just, I'm doing that, I'm healing that, and I'm accepting that people aren't welcoming in their way of being. But we're opening this up, we're taking our space, and we're holding space, and we're expressing ourselves, and there's more room for our expression out there right now. And I want to show this support, like you can do it, you can open up, and you can be this beautiful expression of truth within yourself. And I hope that that comes through, and I love you. And I'm transmitting love to you just through this digital thing. Like, it's coming through. Like, I'm showing you love. That's where we're going. That's what's going to help. That is the pathway, I guess, you know. It's freaking awesome. Alright, I said a lot. I will say more. But not right now. Maybe tomorrow. Or in a week. Thank you so much for showing up here. And for watching this. Alright.